I awoke at 4:30 a.m., drove to Sunset Beach on Oahu's North Shore, and watched the sun rise as contestants and spectators began arriving for a day of activity surrounding the Van's Triple Crown of Surfing event. I want to give you all a flavor of different aspects of a surfing contest other than the contestant surfer's view.
Aloha everyone, Randy Rarick, Executive Director of the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing, and here we are in stop number 2 of the Triple Crown, the Vans World Cup of Surfing at Sunset Beach, and this is going to be day number 1 of 4 days of competition. We have great surf in the 10 to 12 foot range, strong gusty trade winds, but it's going to be an exciting day, so enjoy the show.
I'm not competing.
Who's your favorite Indian man?
Ola.
Ola Telegram, Hanamaui, Hawaii.
Surfers, we're 4 minutes away from the start. 4 minutes away from the start.
This Vans Triple Crown of Surfing. There's Red up and riding. Vincent Duvignac, he just started early. Watch out now. Oh, there he went over the falls. And Vincent Duvignac off the bottom, carving in the pocket. And a big bottom turn here and setting up again. Stalling a little bit right there in the inside bowl. We're in blue, that's Tyler Newton behind him. And Tyler stalling for the cover. Gets a little shack time there, Rocky.
The sun has come up. Beautiful day here at Sunset Beach at the Triple Crown of Surfing. You can see behind me large storm type surf, but the first heat for the Vans Triple Crown event is out there. It's hard for me to catch the surfers up close with this small camera, so I'm going to focus more today on the personal side of a surf event. We'll walk around and take a look at people, take a look at boards, that kind of thing. One of the harder things for the guys to do is once they finish their event, they got to come in and navigate this shore break, which can be its own set of problems. Each surfer has to have a surfboard caddy out in the channel in case any of his equipment breaks, board, leash, or whatnot. It takes too much time for him to go to shore by himself in 30 minutes and be back out in the heat. One of the most wonderful aspects of any major event around the world now is live streaming on the internet. This is the spot where competitors have to check in. I'm sure those of you who are in the know will recognize a couple of these veterans here.
Wild stuff.
Today we have 2 jet skis out in the water. Jet skis fulfill a couple of purposes. In case someone breaks a board, breaks a leash, they are entitled to some respite help from the jet ski to get more equipment out to them, or injury. The jet skis can also bring people in that are injured. There's a doctor here on the beach. I should actually correct myself. We no longer call these jet skis, we call them personal watercraft. There are very many different companies that make these products now, and jet ski actually is a brand. A fascinating aspect of surfing and actually any athletic event is sponsorship and product promotion. All spread along the beach. We've got Vans, Rockstar energy drink, Nixon, I believe, is a watch company. And here you can see a whole slew of sponsors specifically tied to the Triple Crown. The surfers are so far out in the water, I'm not sure how well they can see this clock. Amazingly enough, we even have a small set of grandstands for spectators here. And if you don't want to sit on the grandstand, WaveJet has brought some beanbag chairs. You can relax on the beach and watch the surf. Overall promoter for this event is the incredible Randy Rarick. I found him to be a very open and giving kind of a promoter.
So enjoy the show.
Randy is also known extremely well for his historical knowledge of surfing. He's an excellent board shaper, and of course, as we have spoken already, professional surfing promoter. Another thing we can talk about is wave height. On a day like today, wave faces can be as much as 25 feet. We might say the wave height is only 8 to 10 feet. How do we figure that out? That's a good question. Hawaiian style, they measure the height from the back side of the wave up. Regular style, they measure from the front. But as spectators, the thing I would want you to watch the most would be the size of the surfer relative to the face of the wave, and then the size of the surfer relative to the white water behind him on the wave. Imagine you're a photographer, amateur or professional, and your sponsor or wants you to go out and surf like this to get some close-up pictures of the surfers.
Pretty easy.
No problem?
Nah, it's not that big today. It's big, but it's not inaccessible. You still use the channel in there. It's still pretty wide open.
Sometimes it's closing out through the channel though.
A couple of duck dives, maybe what, a 15-foot, 15-foot wave, a 15-foot set wave. It's only 15 times.
Give me a heads up with the name.
Dan Fryer. Nice to meet you, man. The surfingphotog.com. Pretty much photo with a G.
Into round number 3, the round of from the neighbor.
Marcus Hickman, Heat 2. And let's see, today there's a lot of current when it's big and north like this. A lot of water moving. So it's real hard to get into the lineup. And the bigger sets are washing through, so you have to do a lot of duck diving before you can get deep enough to catch the good waves that hit the reef right.
How many years have you been a pro surfer?
10th year, I think. Going on 10 years.
Are you completely sponsored, living by sponsors' money, or are you working now?
I think I'm going to transition into the workforce next year.
What do you think you're going to do?
Whatever I can.
What we have here is Marcus Hickman's board. Fins seem to be glassed on, which again these days is a little bit unusual. You can change fin size depending on condition if you have screw-on fins. Marcus is riding a Dennis Pang board, handcrafted here in Hawaii. See right here, it says Dennis Pang for Marcus. This board is actually 7 feet 6 inches, 18 and 5/8 inches wide, 2 and 5/8 inches thick. Marcus is using a Dakine brand leash. One of the extra factors this leash have is a quick release tab. In case you get your leash hooked on a rock or something, you need to get it off quickly. You should be able to reach down to your leg. The tab will be flipped up and just yank. I actually worked for the City and County of Honolulu Water Safety Department from 1968 to 1978 as a lifeguard at Makapu'u Beach. Another side aspect of events on the North Shore, or actually anywhere on the island, is the ancillary traffic congestion that is created by the event. Nothing more wicked though than the traffic created by the turtles at Laniakea. If you try to get anywhere along the highway within 2 or 3 miles of Laniakea during the middle of the day, say from 10 o'clock until 3 o'clock, it's probably going to take you a half an hour to move 2 miles. Production for an event like this always includes bringing their own power. You have power for the television cameras, power for anything up in the towers for contestants and or production crews, production vans, but power, power, power. They've got a lovely little walkway along the North Shore here, and so just about every kid down here has the beach cruiser.
Big money.
You must wear your contest lycra from the beach marshal area.
I've been here since 5:30 this morning. I've enjoyed the day. This is the first time I've ever spent a whole day at a surfing event. This is round one of the Vans Triple Crown Sunset event. Big waves, lots of people, lots of fun.
Haunted by the ghosts of missed opportunity. The whispers of could-have-beens that are slowly killing me. And I can't shake this feeling that someone close to me has failed to look me in the eyes, 'cause I failed to speak. Oh, patience is dust on the moon to me. Patience, the lack of it spells doom to me, unless you tell me to